Alrighty, let's get right back into it. In case your computer is just starting up, let's go to our File Explorer. Let's go to our Documents. And we should have gone to, saved a folder with our website. So I have, where did I put it? Video Series 2026 or something. Webdev. Okay, my first website. We're looking for this folder in your documents. I'm going to open up my first website. And I'm going to open up index.html. And I'm going to right click it, and I'm going to open with Visual Studios. And I'm going to click the Google, then click this. Then it should let me split the screen. Perfect. My screen is split. I can work on one side. I have my thing on the other side. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I promised last video that we would add that little header tag. So we will do that. We will add a above the body of your first website, let's add a head, and let's name our website. At the top, it says index.html. Let's give our website a name. I forget the exact way to do that, so let's look up W3 Schools, name a HTML page, page title. There it is, title. Okay, so title goes in the head, so we'll do title. So it's called a title tag. It's in the header. This is not going to show up on this website. So if I write my title in here, let's see where it shows up. Let's say, Luke's favorite things. I saved it. I hit Control S to save my code. This yellow thing is gone. My code is saved. I'm going to hit refresh. And now the header tag, nothing in the header, shows up on the website. I can get it to, though. If I do something untagged, it might glitch out. I'm curious. Yeah, it does. So include everything in a tag, guys. But the header is designed to include things that are not supposed to be showing on your website. So this title doesn't show up on my website. It shows up here on the tab. It shows me the name of my website. That's our header tag. In all screenshots going forward of any website you submit me, you should have a header tag with a title so that your tab shows up with the website's name. That's the first little segment. We talked about the header. We're going to move on from there. We're going to add some images to our website. So let's do images. We'll do after each list, I'll just put an image of that list. So an image tag is a little complicated, and it also doesn't close the way other tags do. All of the properties of the image tag are inside of the tag itself. I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm going to write an image tag. And it's going to give me a AI image tag to start typing out. I'm just going to tab and let it run. Okay, beautiful. So this is my image. I need these things. This is the whole tag. So the backslash to close it is at the end of the tag, which is unusual. And there's nothing in between two tags. All the information about the image is going to be in these properties of the image tag. Right now we have two properties. We could add more. So we have a source property, SRC is source, and we have an alt property, ALT is alt. The alt property is the alternate text. If the image doesn't load, it'll show this text instead. Or if someone is blind and they can't read the image, they can't see it because they're blind, their screen reader will read them the alt text. Alt text is very important for having websites that work for every population of a website user. Okay, let's look at the source first. The source is the most important part. I'm going to leave the alt text as, text. Doesn't really matter. We're going to set the source first. Now, there's a few ways to do the source. We're going to start with the correct way to do the source. We're going to go online and find an image. Let's see. These are my favorite websites. So I'll find an image of Google. I'll go on Google. I'm already on Google. And I'm going to take a screenshot of this Google logo, and this will be my image that I use for my favorite websites. I'm going to name the file Google image. I'll put it Google logo image, and I'm going to go to that file in my downloads. I have my Google logo image, and I need to bring this Google logo image file into my project, into my first website project. So I'm going to go back to my File Explorer. I'm going to open up my documents, website 2026, my first website, and I'm going to drag this Google logo image into my website. Now, I can set the source to Google logo image with this correct capitalization, Google logo image .png. The file format right here is PNG. If I click on this file, well, it opens up, but I want to see, maybe if I look at its properties, I can see type of file .png right here. So the name, Google logo image, and then the file type .png. If I save this, I'm somewhat expecting to see that image on my website now. We've successfully used properties and the image tag to add this image to our website. Now let's say this image was broken. If I hit Control S, my alt text will show up instead. So I'm going to spell image wrong. Google logo, whoops, the AI is doing a little bit too much. Google logo, so without the word image. So now this is spelt wrong. The website's not going to be able to find my file, so it'll use my alt text instead. So let's use Google's logo as the alt text. Now when I refresh, it says your file's broken. This is the missing image symbol. You guys might have seen it before. And then it uses my alt text instead of the image. So I'm going to put this back to normal, Google logo image. And I'm going to save that. And I'm going to refresh. And now my Google logo image is back. And I will grab an Elden Ring screenshot and include that on my website as well. And then we're going to do one more quick property before I end this video. We'll do a color property on one of the pieces of text. So images, Google logo image, alt, we're going to instead say alt is Elden Ring screenshot. And I will go and grab an Elden Ring screenshot. Elden Ring screenshots, images. This is the classic Elden Ring photo. We'll grab an actiony one. If they'll open up. I don't know why they're not opening up. I'm going to right click this. I'm going to go open image in new tab. That'll get me this page. So this page gives you the highest resolution image. Again, I right click it and I say open image in new tag. That'll give me the source. And I'm going to show us a cheat thing to do. You should include all of your images in your folders the way that we did. What I could also do is if I go to view image source, I get this link at the top. Again, I went to Google Images, I right clicked. Where is it? View, open, where is it? I right click the picture and I click open image new tab. This is the image source. This link right here is the image source. If I use their image source and I directly put it onto my website as my image source and I hit save, sometimes, not always, usually that will work. We don't want to do that because if their website goes down, you're going to lose your image. It's going to cause errors. It's going to cause glitches, but it does work. I can pull my image directly from their website onto my website. It's the first time we're using the internet in this class, but we're not going to do that. I'm going to delete this whole image source link because I don't want to be dependent on someone else's websites. And I'm going to go back to that image and I'm going to save it. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it to my downloads. I'll save it as, oh, I can't. I don't usually use the WebDP file format, but I'll try it. I'll save it as Elden Ring screenshot. And I'm not super sure about this file format, so we might hit a weird error, but let's see. Elden Ring screenshot. I'm going to open that up. And I need to open up my first website file, which is in, I can go My Files, Documents, My First Website, and I'm going to drag that downloaded screenshot in here, and then we're going to name the source for this image as Elden Ring Screenshot. Now this can only find, right now, it can only find images that are adjacent to, next to, the actual HTML page. Elden Ring screenshot, and I need to go to properties and let's check what the file format name is. .webp. I've never actually used this file format before on a website. Let's see if it works. I saved it. I'm going to refresh, and it's looking beautiful. Let me just change a letter out of curiosity and then refresh, and I get my alt text, Elden Ring screenshot, and I get my working one. Okay, beautiful. So this is my website as it stands right now. We'll do one more quick property. I'm going to add to H1. I'm going to add a property. Let's see. What is the color property? Let's try. I'm going to try color, and I'm going to try red. No, not red. Not colons. Color equals red. I'm going to try that. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember if that is the proper implementation. I might have to Google it. Let's use W3 Schools. HTML set a color property. Style equals color. Okay, there we go. So I need to actually use a style property, which is actually using a different kind of code. Inline CSS. So we're going to say style equals, so we're kind of doing, so style means CSS. CSS is a different programming language. We've been using HTML. Style is referring to cascading style sheets. That's a different kind of coding language that lets us change the styles of things. But I could write style equals and then write color, parentheses, red, semicolon. And now I think that's going to change the color to red. So we can do style inline on our website. We are able to do that. We don't want to do that. There's better ways to change the colors. We'll see that next time. But this is something we can do. And that is it for this video. So in this video, just to summarize, we discussed the header tag. We changed the name of our website to your name, favorite things. We talked about properties. We could change the properties of tags to change things like their color, their size, other things. There's tons of properties for these tags. You'd have to look them up on W3 Schools. There's tons of them. Later, we're going to use CSS in a different file to do these colors for the entire website all at once and do other really cool things. And we learned about implementing image tags, both using local image files that we save to our website, like my Google logo, my Elden Ring screenshot. And we learned how to use sources from other websites, which we actually really don't want to do. We also discussed alt text, which gives us a text that will show up if our web page is, for whatever reason, not loading its pictures. Those are all of the features that we went over today. Your screenshot for your assignment should include your website. Let's have one thing be colored using inside of the tag an inline style. You can write any color here and it should work. If I say purple, oh look, it actually pops up. I could try different colors like that and then refresh, and now it's purple. So make sure you save, refresh, and it's purple. You can do whatever colors you want. Let's get a color on your website, and let's get an image on your website, and let's have your website be named. And let's screenshot your website with all of those features, and that will be your third assignment for our class. So we are going to right-click, save as. We'll say Webdev Day 3 assignment, and we will save that. Okay, and that is it. That's it. You could submit that screenshot of an image, something colored, and the header with the title, and that will be your third assignment.